35 times, the glass was not strong enough. Glass is one of the most fragile objects there is on the face of the earth. Sometimes we give too much faith in the quality of glass and overlook the fact that at any moment it might come crumbling down on whoever is around in the vicinity. And moments like that are scary. Let's take a look at 35 times the glass wasn't strong enough. Before you try to get the attention of animals in a zoo by knocking on the glass, make sure to wait till the end of this video. You may just think twice. So a Shanghai mall in China thought it was a good idea to place a marvelous shark aquarium in it. Until of course, the day the Shark Tank glass gave in, and it was the exact recreation of the movie The Deep Blue Sea. And in zoos, what are the odds of an animal in captivity breaking through the glass barrier? This mischievous monkey showed the rest how things are done. Take a look at its mischief. The curious monkey was so determined to be on the viewing side of the glass that he broke it with a not-so-little stone. In this video, parties are all fun and games until one of your friends decides that he needs to jump out through the window to cool off instead of using the door. Wait, did this guy just jump through a window? What's the one thing that can attract more tourists than a big bear? Well, a broken window that had once enclosed a bear. On this day, people prefer to take pictures with broken glass instead of other fascinating animals. Visiting a local zoo is all fun and games until a moody gorilla takes a hard punch at the viewing glass. Lucky for this tourist, the architect had premeditated such occurrences, and the glass merely cracked. But I wouldn't want to stick around. Sometimes the pressure of your weight would be enough to break that pretty sliding window to your kitchen. Looks like he's got superpowers, or how did he do that? This is episode 101 of the worst bartender fails that got them fired in the end. This bird must have had the worst terrible sleeping sickness ever. No wonder it didn't see that big airplane heading its way and smashed right into it. It broke the passenger window. Luckily, this pilot was still able to land safely. The owner of this blue car must have been hiding the honey jar from Winnie the Pooh, but he was determined to find it, and no glass was gonna stop his mission. Maybe this fella thought he was fighting an opponent who kept staring back at him through the window. Because, honestly, I have no other explanation as to why this ram would attack these windows so savagely. One crazy deer decides to stop by the salon and have its hair done. Seems it didn't want to wait in line though, in a bid to scare off other customers. Instead, it decided to burst through the glass window. It seemed to have worked because everyone left the place screaming, leaving the seats unoccupied. What do you do when you discover you have secret Hulk strength? Well, you step back and try to fathom what you just did with your bare hands. Look at how gently the woman in the video is pushing the glass sliding door. The least thing you'd expect is it suddenly shattering to pieces. Everyone was shocked, including the lady. Do you fancy game meat? This deer seemed to have wanted to call it quits on life when it voluntarily rammed through a restaurant window and straight into the soup kitchen. Other folks inside the premises were shocked beyond belief, as you can see. Despite failing her driving test, this woman still went to the showroom to do a quick self-test of her driving. Do you think she should have passed the test? You'd think it would take a lot of strength for a thief to shatter your car window, but that's wrong. Actually, it takes about $3 out of anyone's pocket to buy this magical gadget. When popping champagne, the cork leaving you with a red eye is usually the terrifying part in case things go wrong. Unfortunately for this guy, things went worse. The $30,000 Magnum champagne bottle he's popping slips off his hands, falls, and is smashed. The next time you plan to leave your dog in the car, don't forget to roll down your windows a bit, or else good Samaritans will be all over your car with rocks trying to free the poor champ. In a match between ice versus a car's windshield, you should be sure that ice will always win. A fun day after school turned wrong after this boy accidentally shot his BB gun at their glass door. Since the entire door came scrambling down, he willingly told himself to his mom, but that assuredly did not also end well. If you have any glass in your front door and you have a dog, always have a separate savings account, because who knows how many times your dog will attempt to go through the glass to chase after the delivery guy. This dog just jumped outside through the glass door. And no matter how angry you are at your bus driver, just always remember to not bang on the glass, or else you'll have that to answer in a court of law. Ever had so much on your mind that you don't notice what's right ahead of you? This lady just walked right into glass. How many times would it take you to know the difference between your gym exit and a squeaky clean window? By the look of this video, it could take an average-sized girl about 3 painful tries. How about you? Construction's a job for men, they said. But it seems these construction workers couldn't keep it together no matter how much they tried. 8 hands at work, yet they couldn't get the job done. What a costly disaster. This horse thought their house's newly remodeled windows looked a lot like his stable, so he decided to do his owner a favor and get himself in. But oh, he was shocked, as was everyone else, after realizing he had accidentally entered the house instead. It's like the dog knew what was coming. This cat must have found where the catnip plant had been secretly stashed, and boy, after 15 minutes of binge eating, his mind said, "Come on, buddy, jump right through the window. You're a super cat now." In this video, perhaps this young boy was trying to recreate a ship? Not too fast, Jack Sparrow. That glass table isn't a 1,000-ton ship. What's the probability of you tripping and falling right into a glass window? Ouch! This lady must have hurt herself real bad. This bartender was busy clearing up the tables when she tripped and fell right through the glass window. At first, it seems everything's going well until the magical moment happens. You can see how she tried to maintain balance, but it just wasn't her lucky day. Honestly, a reason enough to hate her job. This team of firefighters had no other option when they responded to a distress call. A guy had parked his car, blocking a hydrant which they had to access. Oops. Sorry for the owner of the BMW who thought his glass windows were fortified. The meme, "break my window," remains funny, but not so much for the car owner. These 2 men weren't bothered much when the bear in the pool threw a brick at them, but after 2 throws, they ran away like little scared kids. They weren't so sure the glass would hold a 3rd hit. Alcohol makes you do the most unreasonable things sometimes, like how it guided this lady to climb on top of a glass table. The outcome was comical for the lady. If you ever consider climbing on a table and it's made of glass, remember how it ended for this lady? Social media is fun, and we do all sorts of crazy things with our friends. Brace yourself for what's coming. Ouch! I bet that hurt, but what was she thinking hanging on a glass door? Next time, try maybe a pole? I'm not sure if polar bears are naturally aggressive animals or they've just had enough of us. This wildlife documentary almost turned into a bloody affair. Let's give these guys credit for all the sacrifices they make for us. It takes a lot of bravery to get these beautiful wildlife photos and videos of vicious predators like these. And with that, it's now time for today's best pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across a photo online and you want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in our future videos. After a group of men successfully lifted a 380-kilogram piece of glass 40 floors, they surely didn't expect it to end in pieces. At least they hoped so. Their reaction was priceless when they realized the glass could not be saved. I just hope it didn't land on someone's head on the way down. This pilot was majestically gliding the skies at about 6,000 feet when a crack formed on the windshield. Since he hadn't expected it, it caught him by surprise. But he was able to manage the situation. Luckily, no one was hurt in the process. What would you do in such an incident? I'd ditch the plane and jump out with a parachute. That brings us to the end of our list today. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below.